Today we are talking about how to get rich right now before things go back to normal. It's very simple and you're going to wonder why you hadn't done it before. I am Tiffany Thomas with WealthyTiffany.com, and I retired from my 9-to-5 job at age 36 and I became a millionaire at age 40. So if you want to retire early as well, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and we're going to dive right in. First, let's review what happened last year. So about February or March in 2020, the stock market completely tanked. It crashed, and this was a global stock market crash, which means the entire stock market was on sale. But because of what was going on in the economy, a lot of people weren't able to take advantage of this stock market sell, or didn't think they should take advantage of the stock market sell, just because of the uncertainty. They didn't know if they would be able to keep their job or have income still coming in if they had rental properties. And of course, health was a concern as well. So it's understandable why a lot of people weren't taking advantage of this stock market sell. But those that were able to buy in at that time, they were able to take advantage of some amazing deals, and they've probably seen their investments almost double, if not double. And I personally was able to take advantage of a little bit of that stock market sell. So I've been able to see the stocks that I purchased increase over time. And here's just a few examples for you. Amazon's low point last year was about $1,785, and now it is over $3,100. Apple stock was in the 50s, and today it's above $120 per share. You also could have purchased Facebook for about $140, and now it is above $260. As you can see, those price increases are very drastic, so there was money to be made. And if you weren't able to take advantage of that and you're wondering what you should do now, I have something very simple you can do right now to get 2 free stocks. Webull is doing a promotion. If you sign up for a free account and deposit at least $100, you can get 2 free stocks, and then you can do whatever you like with your $100. So I will leave my referral link below in the description, and you can click on that to get your 2 free stocks right now. All right, now that we've gotten you 2 free stocks, let's talk about what else you can be doing. Looking back on my economics classes, which I did horrible in, by the way, I had a professor who I could not understand his accent. It was so thick. It took me half of this semester to figure out he was comparing everything to beer and pizza. I just thought he was saying "ba" and "piha," and I was like, what are you talking about? Anyway, complete side note. But in those economics classes, we saw a lot of supply and demand curves. And I'm not going to bore you with all of the details about supply and demand curves because I know what it's like to be bored in class. So today we're just talking about 4 elements that affect the supply and demand. And this comes from Zacks Finance. I liked the way he explained this very simply and clearly. He says demand is proportional to 4 factors: earnings, economy, expectations, and emotion. Stock prices usually rise when all 4 of those factors are positive and fall when all 4 are negative. Stock prices are volatile because these factors change frequently. And I think that's true. And all 4 of these E factors were in a line with each other in 2020, just last year. Earnings dropped, the economy took a dive, expectations drooped, and the prevailing worldwide emotion was fear. And that's what created the Black Friday sell in about March of 2020. Since then, a lot of the stocks have come back up to their normal prices or even gone above what they were at before. So the world is starting to come back to normal in a sense. It's not completely there, not by any means. But to give you a specific example, I went to the Texas Roadhouse the other night. It is one of my favorite restaurants. They have rolls and cinnamon butter that are so delicious that they just bring out to your table free of charge. So if you haven't been there, you should definitely check it out. But anyway, we were looking around and we happened to notice that all of the booths and tables were full. They weren't doing every other booth anymore. They were seating every single table. And that got me thinking about the return to normalcy, as normal as it could be, and what I should be investing in right now. And I don't know if it should be restaurants per se, and to share the Texas Roadhouse stock with you, it had dropped to about $35 and is now over $90. And I've looked at a few other restaurants and it looks like most of them are back to where they were before, if not even over that. But not all of the companies have come back to where they were before March of 2020. There are some that are still down. And I was actually talking to a friend regarding this about a month ago, because he wanted to know where he could put his money right now that would give him good returns. And since not all of the companies are to where they were before, I feel like there's room for them to come up in price still. And in case you haven't guessed what I am referring to give you an example, I went on a cruise back in 2019 to the Southern Caribbean, which was absolutely gorgeous. It was essentially like being on a floating hotel, since you are in your hotel room on a cruise ship and just out on the sea, floating away into the sunset. And to show an example of what I'm talking about, Carnival Cruise Lines, one of the popular cruise lines out there, I've been on a couple Carnival cruises myself, is selling for about $27 per share today. And before the economy tanked, it was in the 40s and 50s. And then Norwegian, another popular cruise line, was around $59, and today it's at about $31. And as I'm sharing these examples with you, I just want to show that not everything has come back to normal or to where it was before, and I'm not really sure that it will. There could be some sort of other crisis that happens, or people could just decide that it's too risky to take certain vacations or travel different places. So while there might be some money to be made in different sectors or different industries out there, one way that I know for sure that does work, because it's worked for me, is to invest in the total US stock market. That way you're investing in a whole bunch of different companies, and your investment isn't reliant on just one specific company. I personally like the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, or ETF, and if you want to know why, I created a video for you. I will leave a link above and below in the description, and you can check it out after this video is over. But essentially, the Total Stock Market Fund invests in all of the US stocks. So if you're invested in all of the different companies, you don't have to worry about one company going bankrupt or tanking and you losing all of your investment. Investing in this fund will definitely still make you rich, and it will be with a lot less risk. And since we aren't back to normal yet, and I realize we will never go back to what we thought of as normal, but there will be a new normal. So we aren't really there yet, and by investing in this fund, once we do get there, then the price will definitely increase, because that's what it does. It increases over time. And the more that we invest right now and continue to invest over time, then the richer we will become. The more money we will be able to make because of compound interest. And I've talked about this in another video, so I'll leave a link above and below. You can check that one out as well. Comment below and tell me what you are going to be investing in. Are you going to be a little more risky and do some individual stocks? Or are you going to stick with the total stock market fund? Or maybe something different? And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to become rich so that we can all go on a cruise together. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.